one time, and this is a bit much, but my friends, they were young. They totally used to write all over their walls at their old apartment. And one day I show up there and all huge letters on the wall is Chantal is hot. Oh my God. They had 2 cats, and like the cats looked, I don't know, they looked thirsty or something. They looked like gaunt and just like old. I don't know. But their water dish was empty, so I remember giving them water. And they were drinking it right away. I'm like, you have to give your cats water, like, you know. Oh, I can't stand people who don't take care of their animals. It drives me nuts. You know, it's like I said before, like a cow on a salt lick, like, my little terrorist. You're my little terrorist. What? You know it's good. So let's put some on. You know how I do with parm. You know how I do. There. So when he went missing, I was sitting down after looking through him throughout the house, and I was like bawling my eyes out. And he must have gone to the bathroom, you know, took a crap. He must have gone for a poop before he went missing. And I was sleeping. So I woke up to the smell of fresh cat crap. Normally that really gets really grosses me out when I scoop it right away. But smelling that made me sad and made me miss him. I was like, I'm never gonna smell his crap again. I know, I'm crazy. Let's give you. I think I'll have one more bread. Ta-da! Brace yourself for the carb comments. Somebody asked if my ex-Pete was autistic or had Asperger's, and you know what? He did tell me once that he thought he might be on the spectrum, but he just was never tested. So there you go. Either way, he's still awesome.
In the YouTube algorithm, the people are represented by 3 separate yet equally important groups: the one that creates, the one that views, and the one that just can't help but react. Under Title 17, I am a member of an elite squad, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the archives.
What's up, guys? Time for lunch! And yes, I'm eating 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. Hell yes! And some creamy tomato soup. This is cream of tomato soup. Campbell's, can't beat that. I guess you can make homemade, but... This is like the ultimate comfort lunch, like as a kid and going into your adult years, you know? So I just toasted some wet bread with some cheddar cheese. I'm gonna dip. Here, bite for you guys. If I don't have tomato soup, I dip it in ketchup. I have no makeup on yet. I'm gonna get ready after. And go out in a bit. So, yeah. So what's up, guys? I do have a story time for you today. It's about one of my lovers. So I met this guy when I was like 16, okay? And ever since I met him, he has every so often, even to this day, he'll message me on Facebook to check if I'm single. And he's been married, has had like 3 girlfriends since, and he said, he's so sweet because he's like, no matter who I'm with, kind of sucks for those girlfriends, but he's like, no matter who I'm with, I'll dump them for you. You know, this guy has a really good job, his own house, he's a hard worker. I call him my country lover because he's a country boy. From the country, lives out in the country. Very respectful, just old-fashioned respectful to women. Well, not that has anything to do with being country, but he's always like working on a project, trying to fix something, even if it's not broken. You know what I mean? He's like one of those people. One of those guys. I met him, I was walking down the street, going back to my friend's place one day to hang out. She had her own apartment. This is the friend that lived underneath my French lover. So this guy comes up on a bike. He just stops. Like kind of drives like right in front of us to stop us. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Mike." And it turns out that that's not even his real name, but his nickname. Everyone calls him Mike for some reason, you know? This Mike guy was always on bikes. Every time you'd see him, he'd be driving around on a new bike. You know, he liked to repair bikes, and so we called him Mike on a bike. Anyways, he drives up on this little bike. He has, that noise is my cat. He has a baggie, like a grocery baggie on his handlebars. And I could see through the baggie that there was just like one single box of Pogos. And you're going to totally judge me for this. I don't know if you guys are like that, but sometimes the weirdest things turn me off. Like, and not just normal things like body odor. Like sometimes body odor turns me on, for real. I don't know. But, like the musky BO, but not like the vinegary kind. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, but look at this cute mug. In this instance, the box of Pogos turned me off. I don't know why. I really, honestly don't have any idea. Like he's driving around on his bike with a box of Pogos on his handlebar. I don't know why that turned me off. Maybe I was a snobby bitch. I don't know. It turned me off a little bit, you know. He loved bigger women, okay? I know you're probably rolling your eyes, but it's true. Probably why he liked me, you know, obviously. He introduced himself and he started complimenting me, saying, "Oh, I've never seen someone so beautiful, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, oh. I was flattered. And he wasn't bad looking. Like, he's actually pretty good looking. He's a good looking guy. But looks, for me, sometimes don't have anything to do with attraction. You know what I mean? Or it's not enough. So anyway, I don't remember what happened. He ended up going away. And later that day, he showed up at this friend's house. Apparently, he knew her boyfriend. And he would always bring us gifts. Like, he would always bring us, you know, a gram or two to smoke. He was so generous and friendly, you know. You can't dislike this guy. But he shows up on his bike, you know, smokes with us, compliments me some more, then leaves. And everyone's like, "Oh, my kind of bike has a crush on Chantal," you know. So even to this day, my friend kind of teases me about it. And from then on, you know, he one time, and this is a bit much, but my friends, they were young. They totally used to write all over their walls at their old apartment. And one day I show up there and all huge letters on the wall is "Chantal is hot." Oh my God. My friend and I just bursted out laughing when we seen that. So eventually down the line, maybe in a year or so, I decided to hang out with him, you know. He's like, "Come over." He lived with this woman, this elderly woman, bigger lady. Like big, like she couldn't take care of herself. He would bring her food and take care of her. In exchange, he got to live there for free. So he was basically her bitch. And he got free rent and things like that, you know? I think he didn't have to pay rent, but I don't know, actually. I don't know why he was living there. I don't know if they were... He says they weren't romantically involved, but who knows? So I'm like, okay. He's like, "Come over, you know, we'll smoke you one. And we'll just chill." I'm like, okay. I go over. This place is filthy, like hoarder filthy. When I got there, he was in the midst of making the woman like some chicken noodle soup, and she was like yelling at him, like, "Mike, put some extra salt in my soup." You know, like she was just giving him shit. And I felt weird. She totally ignored me, like she was like mad at me or something, you know. So he brought me to his little room. I couldn't breathe. It was stuffy, dirty. Hot. And they had two cats, and like the cats looked, I don't know, they looked thirsty or something. They looked like gaunt and just like old. I don't know, but their water dish was empty, so I remember giving them water. And they were drinking it right away. I'm like, you have to give your cats water, like, you know. Oh, I can't stand people who don't take care of their animals. It drives me nuts. So he tried to get me to hook up with it, like, you know, date him or whatever. He was never perverted or sexual when he would talk to me, but one day he said, "Call me anytime you want to smoke, and I'll come over and, you know, free of charge." And yeah, maybe I took advantage of that, you know, but one night I was lonely. I was living in an apartment that my friend's mom owned, and I was by myself and I was lonely and I wanted to smoke. So I call him over, comes over on his bike of the week, and we smoke. And he's like, have you ever had a man just pleasure you and pay attention to you and, you know, selflessly? And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, but then I was like, really thinking about it? I'm like, no, no. So, he's like, no strings, just let me do my thing and I'll go. So he starts kissing me, and this guy, to this day, he is like one of the best kissers because he was so gentle and soft. His breath wasn't stinky or tasted bad, you know? Like, you know how sometimes you're kissing a man and they still have bad breath? Like my French lover always had bad breath. Like, he would brush his teeth before we started making out even, but I could still taste the hint of onions with the toothpaste. So it's like Colgate onion flavor. So, special edition! So anyways, this, we start making out. His breath is fine. Tastes like nothing. You know, then he starts going. He just was able to find every erogenous zone. And if you don't know what erogenous means, and it means like your spots that make you horny, that turn you on. So he's going, you know, just really, you know, got a boob massage. A boob massage, really, yeah. They are bomb. Don't knock it till you try it. So boob massage. Then we went to the bedroom because, you know, he knew what buttons to push. I was like, okay, sure, you know. So we go to the bedroom and he pleasures me, orally. And honest to God, I don't know what it is with men, but maybe I'm too much in my head sometimes, too self-conscious, thinking too much. But do you ever, like, women out there, do you ever find that, I don't know, a guy just won't, a lot of them don't know what they're doing when it comes to oral sex on women? You know, it's like I said before, like a cow on a salt lick, like, you know, or just like completely missing the spot that they need to by a long shot, or, you know. And I know it's more challenging. Hi, Sham Sham! I'm looking right at her craft while I'm eating my soup. Lovely. She wants my water. Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham. I love Sammy. Yee! Sorry, I scared her. She's like, they're so cute. I just want to. Oh. I grind my teeth. You want some soup, Sham Sham? Hi, Sham Sham. It literally took me like 2 minutes to get the job done. And I was like, damn, you know? I was just like, holy crap, that was so good. And he didn't, you know, I guess that's kind of mean. I didn't want to him, you know? He knew going into this what he was going to get. Nothing. So, didn't have to touch his wiener, nothing, you know? So I was like, okay, you know? So, I mean, you know, after that, just kept in touch once or twice a year, you know, on Messenger. He'd just follow up. Are you single yet? We never got to finish, you know? I could show you so much more stuff, and I'm just like, whoa. Apparently he has like a room of stories. And you know, I'm like boring ass when it comes to this stuff. I told you. I just like plain old missionary. Like, kissing missionary is good enough for me. So the fact that he, I don't know, I think I'm scared of sex toys. They just never, I don't know, I don't like the feel of cold hard plastic, you know, or rubber. I need the organic material. Hey, this, I'm good. Anytime I talk about this stuff, I'm going to label it TMI. And so you know what you're going to be watching. So don't complain to me in the comments that you don't want to hear about this stuff, because you don't have to, you really don't have to watch it. I have other videos where I don't talk about this crap, you know. But I want to do some, I want to talk about this stuff, you know, like, I don't know. I like it. Shammy. Whoa. Sorry, guy. Shammy. Shammy. My little terrorist. You're my little terrorist. She's so adorable. I really love having 2 cats. Anyways, guys, I think I'm full. I'm good. Yeah, I'm very full. So, oh shit, I forgot my green beans. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. My TMI. So I'm going to do more in the TMI series. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey. What's up? Welcome back to another mukbang. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Mukbang, right? Not mukbang. Anyway, eating show, whatever you want to call it. And joining me for dinner, basically. So today I have for you spaghetti and meatballs. I've been wanting to make this for a while. There's an abundance of meatless meatballs out there on the market at various stores, health food sections, health food stores, and they have so many different kinds. Now I made this tomato sauce from scratch. I maybe should have done a video, but I just, some olive oil I sauteed, chopped up some mushrooms to kind of make like a mushroom bolognese, an onion, lots of garlic, sauteed that, and then put some salt, fresh black pepper, and some oregano, and just cook that down. Added 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, a little bit of maple syrup to get rid of the acidity, and 2 bay leaves, and voila. And I just put the meatballs in from frozen. I find if I bake them first, I don't know if it's because of the type of protein they're made with, but they get kind of dry and hard. So I just popped them in the sauce, let them cook from frozen. They didn't brown as much, but they're really good. And so I also made a cheesy bread. This is Italian bread, and this is this brand here, Earth Island mozzarella shreds, and I just put a bit of seasoning on there. There's some oregano, some Flavor God, a bit of salt and pepper, and this is Earth Island Parmesan. And you guys, it won't open. I'm gonna have to use this way. I'll have to be careful. So this smells like the real deal Parmesan. It smells like feet. It smells like, you know what? You know it's good. So let's put some on. You know how I do with parm. You know how I do. For 2 tablespoons, there's only 20 calories, so whatever. So let's give you a closer look at this, baby. All right. So, oh, the sauce is a bit watery. I hate that. Tomato juice. How dare you? Let's give you a beauty bite of this delicious bread. Beauty bite. Vegan cheese doesn't get all stretchy, I find, sometimes, but, you know. All right, let's try this mushroom bolognese. That parm is like awesome. I made some homemade napkins. Lipstick's coming off. So Sammy is back, but he's sleeping. He's been sleeping a lot. Hiding my tattoo. Don't ask. I think he's, you know, traumatized, but anyway, poor guy. He's very cuddly lately. And this might seem weird, and gross. Kind of gross, I'm warning you. He, I need more parm. So when he went missing, I was sitting down after looking through him throughout the house, and I was like bawling my eyes out. And he must have gone to the bathroom, you know, took a crap. He must have gone for a poop before he went missing. And I was sleeping. So I woke up to the smell of fresh cat crap. Normally that really gets really grosses me out when I scoop it right away. But smelling that made me sad and made me miss him. I was like, I'm never gonna smell his crap again. I know, I'm crazy. Let's give you a parmy proper bite. Beauty bite. Let me try this meatball. So hungry. Been eating. On the days I do mukbangs, you know, I've been eating healthier, but like really light. But I'm gonna stick to drinking the meals that I, you know, and then just eating my mukbang meal. So like green smoothies. Like I'm really obsessed with pineapple and spinach being in a smoothie. I've just been using my Vigo 1 with protein powder. My Vigo 1 protein powder has stevia, so I want to get a different one, but I will eventually. So, when I watch something, I like to watch documentaries a lot of the time. And I really love like old Hollywood stories, like Elvis and stuff like that. Marilyn Monroe, you know, like classic stars. But one of my favorite, probably my favorite vocalist ever is Karen Carpenter from the Carpenters. You know those... You ever watch the movie 1408, The Haunted Hotel Room, and that song keeps coming on the radio? And we've only just begun. And that's like one of my favorite songs ever. Her voice is like, it's haunting. I think it's because of her depression, and it just added like an extra layer to her voice. And I just, so saddened by such her tragic end, you know, but she's so magnificent. And I was watching a documentary on them, and it was just really fascinating. You know, these people, you know, these celebrities are people, and a lot of times people forget that, you know. Okay, I want to tell you about this edgy lover guy, but first, I just want to say I'm kind of discouraged and kind of annoyed with YouTube. Okay, I'm annoyed with YouTube, and I know I'm not the only one, but on my other channel, every single video, the minute I hit upload, sometimes I don't even hit upload yet, and the video gets demonetized right away, and it's so PG, you know. And I've emailed them, and they don't give a shit. You know, they have so many other bigger YouTubers to worry about, or whatever. And I'm just like, so I kind of want to go on strike on that channel. I know right now it seems like I'm just sitting down and I'm sharing my life with you, and I'm just sitting down and talking. But I actually wanted to really put more effort and energy into that channel and actually do vlogs. But, you know, and take the time to like do what I eat in a day videos, which they do take a lot of time. And editing and stuff like that. People don't realize the work that goes into just doing a video. And it's just very demoralizing to do all that, spend all that time when you could be doing it on something else, and spending it on another channel, or you know what I mean? Like, so I might just do a playlist on this channel for now until YouTube gets their shit together, and do like a vlog playlist and do my updates and stuff like that here, because at least until they get their stuff together, because it's just, I just don't want to do it anymore. I just don't. It's really frustrating, guys. And, you know, I hope you understand that. So I'm going to think about it, but that's probably what I'll end up doing. You can't just upload, put it to private, wait for it to remonetize, because it has to have a minimum of 1,000 views for it to even be considered. So they always remonetize my videos, but only after it's had like 5,000 views already. So it's like, what's the friggin' point? You know, everyone's already watched the video. So anyway, I know it's a problem affecting a lot of people, and they say they've improved the bot in some ways. They have, like on this channel, but on my weight loss channel, funnily enough, no. And it's just like, whatever. So just so you know. Anyways, my edgy lover. That was a lot of talking. More eat. Trying to rack my brain thinking of these friggin' boyfriends or whatever. And some of these dudes I just bury way down. I don't want to remember them, you know? This is one of those guys. This guy is actually, last I heard from him, he's in prison for murder. I don't know if it's true. You know how rumors go around. But who knows with this guy. I met him at Big G's. If you don't know who Big G is, I did a video on him, my epic cheat day, the works video. I'll try to find the link. A lot of you have seen it. So a lot of people, you know, got scrutinized. People think I was making fun of his cousin, Big G's cousin, because I was describing that he had a small hand, which reminded me of the guy with the small hand from Scary Movie 2. It's really hard to describe somebody's, you know, physically without sounding like you're making fun of them, but I'm not. So anyway, you can check that video out. I met this guy at Big G's. We used to party at Big G's all the time. Big G had like, it was one summer I was like 16, I think, or 17, 16, I think. And we would just party at his house all summer, you know. I was living in a group home, and he had his own place, you know, so. There's this guy, my friend, one of my best friend's cousins. He came down from somewhere. I think he came out of prison as well. And he was like, I don't know if he was on something. I don't really know. He was the older cousin, and he was kind of like, you know, the bad guy. But he was really nice. He was just really on edge, you know, like he'd pace around and be like, "Man, I'm just out to lunch, man." And he was just like high strung, you know. And he ended up, you know, rest his soul as well. He ended up getting in a car accident and getting cut in half. Actually, that was the rumor. I don't know if that's true either. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So this guy came with him for the first time, and I was like, back then when I was living in the group home, I was really, really big into, I liked all kinds of music, Tupac, whatever, but I was really big into Tool, the band Tool, starting to get into like a goth phase, you know, starting that interest level. And he he came in, and the guy had like dark, he was tall, dark, and mysterious kind of look. He had like a black long trench coat, black sunglasses, black hair, and you know, I don't know what it was, but you know, and when he came in, it wasn't even sunny out. It was like nighttime. Everything about him screamed edgy, you know. I think I'll have one more bread. Ta-da! Brace yourself for the carb comments. So he comes in, sits down, doesn't say hi to anybody, doesn't say anything to anybody, you know.
I guess it just looked cooler for him to just not say anything.
I don't know what his deal. The problem is okay. It doesn't taste like fresh Reggiano or anything, but it's pretty good. This guy didn't talk to me the whole night. He just sat there with his sunglasses at the kitchen table. Didn't talk to anybody really. You know, I remember my friend giving me looks like, that guy's so weird. And when my friends think a guy is weird, I know I'm gonna have a crush on him. They think that about like all my boyfriends, except for BB. They really like BB, you know, but like my ex. Somebody asked if my ex Pete was autistic or had Asperger's, and you know what? He did tell me once that he thought he might be on the spectrum, but he just was never tested. So there you go. Either way, he's still awesome. So, so this guy, and I don't know. He grew on me. Like, the more he didn't talk to me, the more he ignored me, the more I couldn't see his eyes because his sunglasses were on, even in the pitch dark. The more my heart sang. And I wanted to hang out with him more. And luckily, he became part of our summer group with this, my friend's cousin. So we'll call this guy, he was French. He had a French name. I don't want to give his real name, but I'll call him Samuel. I don't know. Fresh baked bread is the best. Yeah. Eventually that summer, my friend and her boyfriend got their own place. It was a real dump, but it was just basically to party. And Samuel ended up needing a place to stay. He was one of those like couch surfer guys that doesn't have a place or whatever. Apparently his parents disowned him. I think he was like in some trouble with the law or whatever. So they let him stay there, but he was getting on their nerves apparently, and he was just really lazy, never did anything, ate all their food, blah blah blah. You know, common complaints of, you know, I've heard that before. So still, I was like, oh, you know, I want this guy to notice me. And I wasn't very big back then. I was bigger. I was on the chubby side. But I was pretty much just chubby. But I had a feeling he didn't like chubby women. You know, a lot of men don't. So I just like starved myself for like weeks, a couple weeks or a few weeks. And that flattened me out a bit. And so unhealthy. Don't ever do that. The weight comes back on plus some. But I kid you not, this guy never took his sunglasses off. Not once. Always had them on when he was around other people. I remember going to work that day, going back to the group home. There was like a night where we were going to go to like a big party. This popular girl in high school was having a really big party. And my friends and I were going. So the plan was I was finishing work. I worked at New York Fries at the time. Full of fry grease. I was going to go home to the group home, get ready. The weekends you were allowed to stay out. You had to like sign out for a weekend. During the week, we had a curfew of like 10. And she lived up the street from the group home, so that was good. I remember wearing a form-fitting... I wish I had pictures of these days. I actually don't have any. I'll check through my pictures, but I don't have a lot of like pictures from the past. But I have a lot when I went to Katimavik, though. I can show you guys those. But I went back to the group home, and I wore that skirt. And it came up to here. It was like kind of like a pencil skirt, like it came up high. And I was showing a bit of my waist, and I wore this black... Oh, I miss this sweater. I really miss this sweater. It was black, and it had like kind of like a shag carpet kind of material, and it was kind of glittery. I can't explain it. It was like fuzzy, glittery, like long fuzz, like shag fuzz, and it was so gorgeous. My description doesn't do it justice. So I wore that, sprayed a lot of my Tommy Girl perfume. Do you guys remember Tommy Girl? Oh man. I bet you if I got a whiff of that today, that would bring me back. And I'm like, I'm going to get this guy tonight. Tonight he's mine. So I go over. Sure enough, he's there with his sunglasses. And I was kind of like disappointed because he didn't seem excited. He wasn't like all dressed up and ready. You know, he kind of smelled like bedhead, like that bachelor bedhead. Like I don't give a crap about anything anymore kind of smell. And I was like, oh, you know, when he even had like crusties here, it just wasn't... He didn't bother to look nice for us or for me. And I was like, and I did all this work, you know? So he's sitting in the corner. He starts playing with like, there was like a random guitar. There's always a random guitar at parties. Somebody's always got to strum a few chords. So he was doing that with his sunglasses on and his bedhead. And I was like, can you play some Pink Floyd? He just ignored me. He didn't even acknowledge that I even spoke. I'm like, maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's deaf, I don't know. Ow. Crusty bread hurts. Be warned. They should put a warning label on that. Crusty bread. May cut roof of mouth. Anyways, we're all getting ready to walk to this party. He wasn't paying attention to me. I looked good, I smelled good. So you know what? It came time to go. I really wanted to stay behind with him and just like, I don't know, spend time with him alone. See if he would open up. We start walking. It's like in the middle of winter. It was freezing. We get halfway there, and my friend was like, I was like, wait. So everyone stops, and I'm like, I want to go back. And my friend was like, what? And I had told her that I kind of liked him, and she kind of like teased me about it. And she's like, oh, he's such a loser. Why do you like him? You know. Anyway, I ended up walking all the way back alone, and she was mad at me. She was mad that I ditched her. I was like, I don't really want to go to this party. And it's true. I mean, she was accepted by the popular people. They just kind of didn't really pay attention. I wasn't friends with this girl that we were going to the party. I didn't really give two craps about her, you know. She's the one who had a party as well, with the guy with the ponytail, the one that was eating the summer sausage or salami or whatever it is. So anyways, I go all the way back, and he's still doing whatever in the apartment, and I don't remember what I said or whatever. I think I like admitted I wanted to hang out with him and I thought he was cute or sexy or whatever. We started a drinking game, and we started doing shots. And this guy was just like, you know, free booze kind of lightened him up because he was a broke ass. And I had free booze. So we're playing a drinking game. And that warmed him up. And he'd been drinking, so he probably figured, well, may as well get it on with this girl. Why not? But whenever he was drinking, he was complimenting me a lot. Like, you smell nice. You look so good. And anyway, really was awkward and really bad. Oh my God. That's all I'm going to say. But what turned me off was that the whole time it was happening on my friend's busted ass couch. I don't think she knows that. Well, now you do. He wore those he wore the sunglasses. And he stopped in the middle to play guitar with the sunglasses, naked. And then resumed. And I was just like, no, it was not fun. His nails. I had a nail appointment the day that morning that Sammy went missing, but I ended up missing it because, you know, they let you give 24 hours. They said my cat went missing. I was searching for him for hours, and I'm sorry. So I need to check my calendar, make another appointment to get them. And I'm not getting long ones. I'm gonna get them short, maybe a different shape, and just like a color. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I need to take the time to just sit down and answer all your emails, all your Instagram messages. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to think I'm just neglecting you. I'm really not. I love you guys. You're my foodie beauties. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.